Hi there, Ms. Ollinger here. I'm stopping by today to read you a book about an astronaut whose name is Mae Jemison. And if you're ready, let's get started. You should meet Mae Jemison. Have you ever looked up at the stars and wanted to fly? Have you ever dreamed of being an astronaut and blasting off into space? Or being a doctor? Or being a doctor who brings medical care to people around the world? If you've ever dreamed of any of those things, then you should meet Mae Jemison. Mae is the first African-American woman to become an astronaut, but she's much more than that. Mae is also a scientist and a dancer, and she's a doctor, an author, and a teacher. Today, she's working to find ways for humans to travel beyond our solar system. Mae followed her dreams, all of them. Once you meet her, you'll know you can follow yours too. Chapter 1, Early Dreams. Mae was born in Decatur, Alabama on October 17, 1956. She has two older siblings, a sister and a brother. Her father was a carpenter and her mother taught elementary school. When Mae was 3 years old, her family moved from Alabama to Chicago, Illinois. She thinks of Chicago as her hometown. Mae always loved science. When her kindergarten teacher asked her what she wanted to be when she grew up, Mae said, "A scientist." Many people at the time didn't think it was possible for an African-American girl to become a scientist. Women were more likely to become teachers and nurses than scientists. "Do you mean a nurse?" the teacher asked. "No, I mean a scientist," Mae answered. Other teachers tried to discourage Mae too. She wouldn't let them. She never stopped believing in herself. She stood strong in the face of other people's questions. At home, Mae was encouraged to be anything she wanted to be. "My parents were the best scientists I knew because they were always asking questions," she said when she was grown up. Mae considered herself a busybody and liked to get involved with her sisters and brothers' science projects. Once she got a splinter in her thumb. Soon there was pus. Other kids might have been grossed out and just wanted it to go away, but not Mae. Mae wanted to know exactly what the pus was and where it came from, so she did a scientific study of pus to learn about how it fights infection to help our bodies heal. Mae's family talked about many things around the dinner table, including the civil rights movement. The civil rights movement was a mass popular movement to secure equal access to and opportunities for the basic privileges and rights of U.S. citizenship for African Americans. There were sometimes riots, and one time National Guard soldiers came to Chicago to keep the peace. Mae was scared, but she promised herself that she wouldn't let fear keep her from doing what she wanted in the world. The library was a place where Mae learned about science. She read all kinds of science books, especially ones about the stars. Mae also followed the National Aeronautics and Space Administration's, NASA, space programs in the newspapers. She knew all about the astronauts and their missions. "Growing up, I always assumed I would go into space," Mae said when she was older. "I remember being really irritated that there were no woman astronauts." Mae was inspired by the character Uhura, a female officer on the television show Star Trek. Uhura was played by the actress Michelle Nichols. Eventually, Mae got to meet Michelle. Mae believes the best scientists are not only logical, but creative too. She took all kinds of dance lessons growing up: ballet, jazz, modern, African, and even Japanese dancing. She wanted to be a professional dancer. She also designed and made clothes for her dolls, acted in school plays, and took art classes. But science was always Mae's first love. She graduated high school at 16 and won a scholarship to Stanford University to study engineering. That was chapter 1. You can come back when I start reading chapter 2. Bye.